Welcome to my class of mobile computing. Today we will learn GPRS architecture. As we have started GPRS in previous presentation, so we will continue with GPRS and different components in this class also. We have learned about NSS and BSS. The GSM network is called Public Land Mobile Network (PLMN) and it is organized into three subsystems: BSS, NSS, NMS. BSS stands for Base Station Subsystem, NSS stands for Network Switching Subsystem, and NMS stands for Network Management Subsystem. The three subsystems, different network element and their respective task. They have their respective task. Like NSS, the main function of NSS is call control. Call control means to identify the subscriber, establishes a call, clears the connection after the conversation is over. Charging. This collects the charging information about a call and transfers it to billing center. Mobility management. This maintains information about the subscriber's location. Signaling. This applies to interfaces with the BSS and PSTN. Subscriber data handling. This is the permanent data storage in the HLR and temporary storage of relevant data in VLR. Similarly, we have learned about the other two components. One is radio station subsystem, another is gateway subsystem. Radio station subsystem consists of a number of mobile stations, base stations and base switching stations. Mobile systems have GPRS capability and they store a CKSN. CKSN is cipher key sequence number, a logical identity which is used to send cipher text. Cipher text is encrypted text so that the system or to ensure the security of the system. Next is gateway subsystem. It consists of SGSN and GGSN and provide connection to other networks and PDA. PDA is Public Data Network. Then GPRS has other components also. GPRS has actually several components. Here only three components are mentioned. Home location register. HLR maintains a permanent register of the subscriber. For instance, the subscriber identity number and the subscribed services can be found there. In addition to the fixed data, the HLR also keeps track of current location to its customer. The GMSC asks for routing information from the HLR if a call is to be set up to a mobile station, that is mobile terminated call. In Nokia implementation, the two network element authentication network and equipment identity register EIR are located. Then there is mobile station. Mobile station, it is the mobile phone or device. SMS node used for SMS transmission via the SGSN. Just like HLR, there is VLR also. VLR is visitor location area register and is integrated with MSC cabinet. VLR is a database which contains information about subscribers currently being in the service area of MSC and VLR, such as identification number of subscriber, security information for authentication of SIM card and for ciphering, services that the subscriber can use. The VLR carries out location registrations and update. When a mobile station comes to a new MSC or VLR serving area, it must register itself in the VLR. In other words, we perform a location update. Also, the mobile station located in the own network is always registered in a VLR. These are the different acronyms that are being used. GPRS, General Packet Radio Service. Mobile station, MS, BTS, Base Transceiver Station. These are the different full forms of different types of services. Then BSC, Base Station Controller. MSC, Mobile Service Switching Center. The MSC is responsible for controlling calls in the mobile network. It defines the origin and destination of a call, mobile station or fixed telephone, as well as the type of a call. The MSC is responsible for several important tasks such as the following: call control. MSC identifies the type of call, the destination and origin of a call. It also sets up, supervises, and clear connections. Initiation of paging. Paging is the process of locating a particular mobile station in case of a mobile terminated call, a call to a mobile station. Charging data collection. The MSC generate charging data records which contain information about the subscriber's usage of network. HLR, Home Location Register. Home Location Register maintains a permanent register of the subscriber. For instance, the subscriber identity number and the subscribed services can be found here. In addition to fixed data, the HLR also keeps track of current location of its customer. The GMSC asks for routing information from the HLR if a call is to be set up to a mobile station. Then there is AUC, Authentication Center. Authentication Center provides security information to the network so that we can verify the SIM cards for authentication between mobile station and VLR and cipher the information transmitted in the air interface between the mobile station and base transceiver station. The Authentication Center supports the VLR's work by issuing so-called authentication triplets upon request. EIR, Equipment Identity Register. EIR is used for security reasons, but while the Authentication Center provides information for verifying the SIM cards, the EIR is responsible for IMEI checking. What is IMEI checking? Checking the validity of mobile equipment. When this optional network element is in use, the mobile station is requested to provide the IMEI number. The EIR contains three lists. A mobile equipment in the white list is allowed to operate normally. If we suspect that a mobile equipment is faulty, we can monitor the use of it. It is then placed in the grey list. If the mobile equipment is reported stolen or it is otherwise not allowed to operate in network, it is placed in the black list. After EIR, then there is Visitor Location Register. It is called VLR. VLR is integrated with MSC Cabinet. VLR is a database which contains information about subscribers currently being in the service area of MSC or VLR, such as identification number of subscriber, security information for authentication of SIM card, and for ciphering services that the subscribers can use. The VLR carries out location registration and update. When a mobile station comes to a new MSC or VLR serving area, it must register itself in the VLR. In other words, it performs a location update. A mobile subscriber must always be registered in a VLR in order to use the services of network. Also, the mobile station located in own network is always registered in VLR. Now, what are the conclusions that we have drawn? GPRS provides efficient access to packet data network. Multi-slot operation in GPRS leads to efficient channel utilization. GPRS is more effective for long data packet transmission than short ones. Then we will learn something more about GPRS architecture. A cell. A cell is formed by the radio area coverage of a base transceiver station BTS. The combined traffic of mobile station in their respective cell is routed through a switch, the mobile switching center. Connections originating from or terminating in the network are handled by a Gateway Mobile Switching Center GMSC. GSM network consists of at least one administrative region which is assigned to a MSC. Each administrative region is made up of at least one location area. A location area consists of several cell groups. Each cell group is assigned to a BSC. HLR stores permanent data such as users profile as well as temporary data such as users current location for all users registered with a network operator. In case of a call to a user, the HLR is always first queried to determine the user's current location. A VLR is responsible for a group of location area and stores the data of those users which are currently in its area of responsibility. The AUC generates the stores security related data such as keys used for authentication and encryption. EIR registers equipment data. Now we will learn about the advantages of GPRS. It improves the utilization of radio resources. Multiple users can share one physical information or one physical channel. Volume based billing. The billing is done based on the volume. Higher transfer rate, maximum 171.2 kilobits per second. Shorter access time. Accessing times shorter means it is very fast. Simplifies the access to packet data network. Generally, the network which it adopts is packet data, and it simplifies the access. Now, the one important question: how voice and data is separated? When either voice or data traffic is originated at the subscriber terminal, it is transported over the air interface to the BTS, and from the BTS to the BSC in the same way as a standard GSM call. BSC requires a software upgrade as well as the installation of a new piece of hardware called a packet control unit for GPRS. The PCU determines the data traffic to the GPRS network and can be separate hardware element associated with the PSC. This is how voice and data is separated. Thank you for watching.